Ever walked into a crowded place and felt something inside you tighten instantly? The lights feel brighter than usual. Every sound feels louder, and even the air seems heavier. People around you are laughing, talking, moving, but your mind whispers, "I don't belong here. Something feels wrong." You stand there trying to look normal, but internally, your nervous system is already overwhelmed. While others feel excitement in the chaos, you feel your energy draining like someone unplugged your battery. This isn't you being dramatic. Psychologically, people who dislike crowds experience a faster, deeper rise in sensory load. Your brain absorbs every sound, every movement, every emotion all at once. And that triggers the first wave of discomfort. People who dislike crowded places aren't antisocial, they're neurologically sensitive. Their nervous system doesn't filter input the same way others do. While most brains ignore background noise, your brain absorbs it all. Every laugh, every footstep, every change in tone. It's like having all your senses turned up to maximum volume. This isn't a weakness, it's a wiring difference. Your sensitivity helps you notice patterns, emotions, and small details that others miss entirely. In a crowd, everything feels unpredictable. People bump into you without meaning to. Conversations overlap. Footsteps echo. And your brain struggles to find a pattern. Instead of processing one thing at a time, your mind receives 10 signals at once. This creates a feeling of chaos, not because you're weak, but because your senses are doing overtime. What others see as normal, busy energy, you experience as mental overload. Thousands of years ago, humans lived in small tribes. Strangers meant danger. Today, we enter malls, trains, festivals, and our primitive brain still reacts. When you step into a crowd, your amygdala activates faster than your logical mind. It senses risk before you even think. That sudden discomfort isn't being dramatic. It's ancestral wiring protecting you. Your brain was built for small groups, not thousands of unfamiliar faces. Crowds aren't just loud, they're emotionally loud. Highly sensitive people tend to absorb feelings around them. If someone nearby is anxious, stressed, or irritated, your brain mirrors it automatically. In a crowd, that means dozens of emotional signals at once. Instead of feeling one emotion, you feel many layered together. No wonder you walk away exhausted. Your empathy is powerful, but it also makes crowded spaces emotionally overwhelming. One of the most fascinating things about people who dislike crowded places is how observant they are. While others move through the world on autopilot, your mind catches subtle warning signs: a tense expression, a forced smile, a shift in tone, a small conflict happening in the distance. These microsignals drain your emotional battery because your brain treats them as important data. You're not paranoid, you're perceptive. Crowds feel exhausting because they bombard you with hundreds of tiny cues you can't help but analyze. There's also a chemical explanation. Extroverts get a dopamine boost from people, noise, and social energy. Their brain treats crowds like a reward. But your brain works differently. Instead of releasing dopamine, it shifts into protection mode, reducing stimulation, slowing energy, tightening focus. That's why crowds don't feel exciting to you. They feel draining. It's not a personality flaw, it's biology. And it explains why you recharge best in quiet, calm spaces instead of loud gatherings. In a crowded environment, your body often slips into mild survival mode without you realizing it. Your breathing becomes shallow, your muscles tense, and your attention sharpens as if something might go wrong. This reaction isn't dramatic, it's instinctual. When too many unpredictable elements surround you, your nervous system switches from relaxation to vigilance. You're not imagining the pressure. Your body is literally preparing to protect you, even if nothing dangerous is happening. People who dislike crowds often crave solitude, not because they hate people, but because solitude gives their mind space to breathe. When you're alone, there's no noise to decode, no emotions to absorb, no tension to anticipate. Your thoughts settle. Your heartbeat slows. Your senses finally recalibrate. Solitude isn't loneliness for you, it's restoration. The quiet is not empty, it's full of peace, clarity, and grounding. It's where you return to yourself after crowds drain your mental and emotional energy. Here's the truth many people overlook. The same sensitivity that makes crowds uncomfortable also gives you incredible strengths. You notice details others miss. You understand emotions deeply. You sense tension before it escalates. You think before you act, and you feel before you speak. These qualities make you compassionate, intuitive, and insightful. Yes, crowds overwhelm you, but your sensitivity helps you connect with people on a deeper level. In a world full of noise, you're one of the few who truly listens. Crowds are unpredictable. Every movement, every sound, every interaction is uncertain. For sensitive people, this lack of predictability triggers mental strain. Your brain wants patterns. It wants to know what's coming next. Without these cues, stress rises, heart rate increases, and focus is scattered. That's why even mundane crowded spaces, cafes, buses, grocery stores, can feel mentally exhausting. You're not overreacting. Your mind is simply wired to crave order and predictability. Being in a crowd isn't just physically taxing, it's emotionally overwhelming. Highly sensitive people automatically mirror the moods around them. Stress, impatience, excitement, all these emotions layer together in your mind. You don't feel just one thing, you feel many things simultaneously. Afterward, you feel drained, like you've carried the weight of dozens of people's emotional states without permission. Crowds often bring social expectations, smiles, small talk, appearances to maintain. For highly sensitive people, this constant social evaluation is exhausting. You notice fake expressions, subtle judgments, and tension in ways others don't. Every interaction is mentally calculated. That's why skipping the party or avoiding the packed elevator isn't laziness. It's self-preservation. Your brain knows when the social load exceeds what it can safely process. Understanding why you feel overwhelmed is the first step. Next comes coping. Simple strategies can make crowded spaces manageable. Noise-canceling headphones block excess sound. Planning your exit reduces anxiety. Grounding techniques, like focusing on your feet, bring attention back to the present. Stick to edges of a room when possible. Small adjustments give your brain control, reduce overload, and let you navigate crowds without emotional collapse. Crowd sensitivity isn't a flaw. It's a strength. You notice small details, sense emotions early, and connect with people deeply. Your patience, empathy, and insight make you compassionate and intuitive. Solitude and quiet spaces fuel your creativity. While crowds overwhelm you, your sensitivity allows meaningful interactions and innovation that others might miss. In a noisy world, your careful attention and empathy are your hidden superpowers.